Hello and welcome back to the series on excursions. My name is Tan Shanahan. So we'll go on with things that we can do to prepare for our excursions and tips to help us during the excursion. So this might be true in your house. In our house, mornings can be quite hectic. Most of the things that we go to start at 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So there's a lot to do in the morning before then. My children wake up. We need breakfast and get out of our pajamas. And if we have children coming to the house, they usually come in the morning. So I need to prepare for them and get their things situated as well. So I try to do a lot the night before. And like I said earlier, I take advantage of our local establishments. So of the all 5 days during the week, we go somewhere. It could be to one of the places that I mentioned before, or it could even be a play date. We have a group of friends that we've met at the library, and if we decide that we don't want to go somewhere, we go to somebody's house, and that is an excursion as well, and it's great interaction for them. So, like I said, I prepare the night before. I have a backpack that I use as the quote-unquote diaper bag. Since I don't have babies anymore, I don't have a diaper bag anymore. But I always have an extra diaper for my son and extra clothes for both of the kids. There are a few places that we go to that have water play. So if I know we're going to the DuPage Museum or to a splash pad, I make sure to pack extra clothes, like a full set of clothes for everybody, because if there's water, they will get wet. I do my best to pack a lunch, as much of the lunch as I can, the non-perishable things. And I can show you in the next slide. This is our lunch bag. It's a good size cooler. In that picture on the left, you'll see some squeezies and a water bottle, a full water bottle, and then a sippy cup for my kids. On the picture on the right, you can see I made the sandwich the night before. That wasn't something that was going to go bad, and I put enough squeezies for everybody. And that circle that's in the bottom left corner, that's a thermos. We're going to have chicken nuggets that day, so I have as much prepared as possible the night before, so that in the morning, whatever I need to do to get my kids ready and the food ready, it's minimal. I forgot to mention in my bags that I pack, I currently am watching babies. So the one that I had earlier, a couple weeks ago, she was on formula. So I always had, they had those ready to go packets and a small bottle in my bag just in case. And the baby that I have next, he drinks breast milk, so I will have to make room in my lunch bag for his bottle for whenever we get ready for our excursions. I love going out with the kids, and I will do whatever it takes. And in this next slide, you can see the one on the left, that's us at the zoo. I joke that I can turn any stroller into a double stroller. So that's just a single stroller. The two kids that I have in the picture, they're about the same age. They're about the same size. And we don't walk that far. They'd rather run most of the time anyway. This is us trying to get to the car. And by then, that's the end of the trip and everybody's really tired. So they squeeze into the stroller and my daughter is on the carrier on my back. I've only done this once or twice, but the picture on the right is the three of them in a bike trailer, and that was going to a play date, which was just a couple blocks away. So, but they definitely enjoyed the bike ride and getting the fresh air. So during your excursion, here are some things that you can do. Take pictures. Those will come in handy after the excursion to have conversations. If you are watching, well, you will be, the children that you're watching, you can send those pictures to their parents and they will have conversation points for them. Or they, of course they want to know what their kids are doing. they are away from them and they probably miss them, and the pictures will brighten their day. Trust me, they will. I plan my, wherever we're at, wherever we're going, I plan our visits around our lunch. So I know we usually eat between 11 and 11:30. So once we get to the place, I know about how much time we have to do whatever we need to do before we need to stop and eat. And the same thing with the babies. They are on a pretty tight schedule. So if a bottle is due, I just make sure that we are at a spot where we can stop and I can feed the baby. Um, and of course, it is important to make one final stop. If you have kids that are potty trained, one final stop in the bathroom before you head out. And that's a good time to change diapers if you need, and gather yourself together before you head home. And then finally, it's really important to know that if things are just not going well, you just cut it short and it's no big deal. Come back another time. A for effort, right? And so here are some of the pictures of the places that we've gone to. So this slide has, um, this is at Wonderworks. So on Fridays at Wonderworks, they have a science theme. So this one was ramps and cars and transportations. So they, on the picture on the left, the art project revolved around the cars. She's there painting with cars. And then on the right, the two boys are loving the ramps and the cars. The boys cannot get enough of that. So I love that Wonderworks sets that up. They really do a good job revolving all of their activities around their science focus for the day. Um, and then here's a slide at the DuPage Museum. I was fortunate to have my husband come with us that day, so he was able to take my daughter into the woodworking area, which when I am there by myself, I can never take her there. That's really hard for 2-year-olds to control themselves in. So she was happy to be able to build something with Dad, and the boys enjoyed the ramps out there. So thanks for listening. I hope you join me for part 3 on what to do after your excursions.